What's going on? What's going on? Happy Thursday. Hope y'all having a wonderful day. Hope y'all enjoying your day, man. Very productive for me. Have a lot of content that's going to be released on this channel here. You see the title, man. You see the title. Let me just share this out real quick. Let a couple people know that I'm in so much that I want to particular subject. Kamala Harris. Now, last night I got a chance to watch the full entirety of the Fox News interview conducted by Brent with Kamala Harris. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like this was a bad move. This was a terrible move, a terrible strategy from the Harris campaign. You know, she did a pretty good job as far as dodging certain platforms that would, be a little bit more direct with their questioning. She kind of stuck to platforms that pretty much either were against Donald Trump or they pretty much just provided a safe space, for her to continuously articulate the same exact topics over and over and over again. For me, I just did a blog about Barack Obama, and his comments to black men in particular when it comes to Kamala Harris and how I felt about his comments. It's just real funny to me. I look at social media, my family, people, friends, and a lot of people vocally are either nervous or they're scared to say that they are not going to vote for Kamala Harris. Okay. They will pretty much just ignore it or, oh, wow, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I've been victim of that, where you feel like you can't say who you really want to vote for, or you can't say you want to vote for Donald Trump because black people in particular are going to look at you negatively. They're going to discriminate towards you. They're going to say you're crazy. You support a racist. You support a erratic person. You support a liar. They're going to, oh, you don't support black people. You're a misogynist. It's going to be so many things that they're going to throw at you. Some people are very, smart. Some people are actually open-minded to the discussion of why you're voting for a certain individual. But I've learned, you can't even waste your breath trying to, have conversations or dialogue with certain people because they're just blinded. Their attachment to this whole election is emotionally, and if I can't have a high level conversation with you, I'm not even going to entertain. Okay. I don't fall victim to the pressure of people that I'm not comfortable speaking out loud of who I'm voting for. I've posted all over my social media. I'm no secret. I'm voting for Donald Trump. I don't believe Kamala Harris. I don't subscribe to the administration previously, and she represented that administration. I don't like how they ran this country with the economy, with the immigration, the way funds are being allocated to other countries when we have a rental issue here. That's another thing that I haven't heard either candidate really describe, but primarily I'm disappointed in Kamala Harris in the Biden administration. The rental crisis. I ride around here in Maryland, no lie to you, every month. If it's not somewhere around my complex, another building, I see people's belongings on the street. There's still a rapid high amount of people getting evicted. You got rent prices going up damn near every other quarter. It's ridiculous out here. It's ridiculous. And I don't hear anything primarily from the current administration of how they're going to fix this issue. All I see is finger pointing and blaming Donald Trump. I felt like even her coming on this platform with Fox News, you had an opportunity to be honest with the people, and particularly she already has a following that's going to support her no matter what. But I'm talking in regards to the people that are undecided or people that are Republicans that don't want to vote for Donald Trump, but they're on the fence. They don't know. They kind of feel how I feel. They don't trust her, you know what I mean? But they don't really know her. I felt like you had an opportunity to persuade those folks or kind of get those folks on your corner. You know, I thought you did somewhat of a good job on Charlemagne. I would have liked the questioning to be a little bit better. This was very brave, but this was very dangerous. And I felt like this just it didn't serve a purpose. You know, I'm gonna play just a little clip of this, and then we're gonna get into it. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to London. Salute to Peter Jones. Salute Trump. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. But listen to this. Listen to this guy. And one thing I'm gonna say is before I play this clip, I will say this individual here, this guy, he was very rude. He was rude as fuck. He was very rude. He was very combative. He didn't let Kamala finish her sentences, even if her sentences were bullshit. Even if they were bullshit, she's saying the same thing over and over again. Just as a man, let the woman finish. Okay, that was really rude. You cutting her off. I didn't like that. That really rubbed me the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you got a real aggressive white guy right here, and you know you got a black woman. It's a sensitive topic already. But I didn't like how, if you watch the I think it was the CNN 90 minutes or 60 minutes episode, that's how you conduct an interview. Really calm, really, really laid back, but very direct with your questioning. I felt like she bombed that interview. But this one right here, Jesus Christ. Just listen to a little bit of this. Just a little bit of this.
That needs to be repaired.
Let me know if y'all can hear
The
it.
Homeland Security Secretary said that 85% of apprehensions.
I'm not finished.
Let me just finish. I'll get to the question. I promise you.
I'm
trying to pin it up so y'all can see.
May I finish responding,
But
please?
but
you have to let me finish.
Are you still in support of using taxpayer dollars to help prison inmates or detained illegal aliens to transition to another gender?
I will follow the law, and it's a law that Donald Trump actually followed.
Why, if he's at
You can't hear? My fault. Let me turn it up.
as you say, that half of this country is now supporting this person who could transition to another gender?
Let me know if y'all can hear it.
I will follow the law, and it's a law that Donald Trump actually followed.
Why, if he's as bad as you say, that half of this country is now supporting this person who could be the 47th president of the United States? Why is that happening? Are
Well,
they
for
misguided, the
anyone.
50%?
Listen,
Are they stupid? What is
God,
it?
I would never say that about the American people. This is a democracy. And in a democracy, the President of the United States, in the United States of America, should be willing to be able to handle criticism without saying he'd lock people up for doing it.
Listen, man. That man asked her direct questions, okay? Specifically, I didn't even know about this. The surgery for prisoners, okay? For sex changes. She wants to allocate tax-paying dollars that me and you, okay? We pay, which the shit is supposed to be going to the road work, schools, poverty. She wants to use our tax dollars to help prison inmates with sex changes. Are you serious? And then he straight up asked her, do you support this policy? Do you still support this policy? She said, I'm going to follow the law. And it's a law that Donald Trump actually followed. Like, that's not what he asked you. Then on top of that, right? He said under the Donald Trump administration, there was no surgeries done. There was no surgeries done. And she kept trying to revert it back to Donald Trump. It's like, ma'am, can you just answer the question? Are you going to support this policy? She couldn't even say no. She couldn't even say yes. She's going to give us a 50-50. I'm going to follow the law. I wish she had the actual definition of what the law was and set it to her right there. So your answer is yes. Like, I just that shit just rubbed me the wrong way. Get your balls up, media. Salute my guy. If she can actually talk policy instead of turning everything around on Trump, she would be all right. She's definitely not getting my vote. She's not getting mine, bruh. I don't support her. I don't trust her. Excuse me. I do not trust her. If I can't get a straight up answer from you and you're supposed to be the leader of the country, no, I'm cool. I'm cool. And I see a lot of people, especially for us as black men, right? they think we're sexist. They think we don't want to support Kamala because she's a woman. Okay? Or let alone a black woman. No, that's not the case. A woman is very capable of running this country, running successful businesses. Hell, women are fucking way smarter than us. You know what I'm saying? Women see things that we don't see. They have a sense. Yes, they are emotional, but women are very passionate and they are protectors at heart. So I would never persuade or use my judgment against a woman. I would never do that. But I am going to look at the things that you say, the policies that you supported beforehand, and I'm going to use that to make my decision. Salute to FBA. He said, I don't like her neither, but what straight up answer you get from Trump? I said the same shit, bro. Trump is another motherfucker. He flip flop. He don't give you a straight up answer. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the same one. But one thing I will say with Trump, he's consistent. He's consistent. And for me, I can't even really go too crazy on Trump because he wasn't previously in the White House. Okay? Kamala Harris was. You know what I'm saying? She was in the White House. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at, okay, I'm looking at how your administration ran this country. And when the question was asked, hold up, I got to find this. Because I was just like, right here. He asked, okay, what would you do differently than Biden? What would you do different? She said, there's not a thing that comes to mind. She said this on another platform. There's nothing that comes to mind that she would do differently than Biden. I'm like, what? So he says, you've been vice president for 3.5 years. What are you turning the page from? Because she said, one of her slogans, it says, one of her slogans is, it's time to turn the page. It's time for a new leaf, new energy. So he says, so you've been vice president for 3.5 years. What are you turning the page? Then she says, let me be clear. My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency. So you're saying it's not going to be the same. It's just all over the place, bro. Like, he previously asked you a question and you couldn't even be straight up and give an answer. It's like, bro, nah, man, I just can't, man. I just can't. And then, oh my God, the story about the three ladies, rest in peace, condolences to their families that were murdered by illegal aliens that were let in this country from the Biden administration. Oh my God. He began, right? He said a key topic for many Republican voters asking Harris estimately how many illegal migrants the Biden administration had released into our country, and asked Harris if she would apologize to the families of the women that were killed by undocumented immigrants. He even showed the video of the women blaming the Biden administration, one of the mothers, for her daughter's death. Kamala says, I'm so sorry for her loss, sincerely. She acknowledged that American immigration system needed to be fixed, but she highlighted several times that Donald Trump had blocked a tough bipartisan security bill and basically framing Trump as one of the people that caused the problem. So I'm just like, did you not hear what he said? This woman is literally crying her heart out. And you're talking about a policy that you guys wanted to change, that was a policy that was already strictly in force. Trump was building the wall. I remember Trump was building the wall. They stopped the wall. They stopped it to put this other bipartisan security bill in that didn't pass. So they pretty much just gave up. And then all these migrants just came in. If that wasn't the case, why didn't you just say, okay, if we can't come to terms with this new bipartisan bill, let's just keep building the wall until we come with a new plan. And like, come on. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Salute. Like I said, we need a president that will support this country. Absolutely, man. I want somebody in office that's going to put the country first. I want somebody in office that's not going to cater to the migrants in this country because they're trying to get them legal citizenship, okay? Get them IDs so then they can go ahead to the polls and vote. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like it, man. I just don't. You know, and another thing where I feel like she dropped the ball with is when he asked Kamala about Biden's mental health, okay? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that when he was on the podium freezing up, looking slow as ever? He asked her, out of all the times that you were around Biden, you didn't sense any moment where, you felt he wasn't capable of continuously running the country? And she just couldn't give a straight up answer. She just couldn't get a straight up answer. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I just feel like it just more so validified my reasoning for not voting for Kamala. It just solidified it, in my personal opinion. And for me, it's just like, oh my God, the policies, the policy for black men. Let's talk about that. This policy, this policy thing is a joke. 3 weeks before, okay, we're talking 3 weeks before the actual election, you roll out this Kamala Harris created opportunity agenda for black men. I couldn't believe this shit when I saw it. I couldn't believe it. I swear to God, I couldn't believe it, bro. I could not believe it. So she says she's providing 1 million loans that are fully forgivable up to $20,000 for black entrepreneurs and others to start a business. Okay. That's a good look. But let's be realistic. The economy is to shit. We're damn near almost at excuse my language, we're almost at a recession right now. Okay. Damn near. You got Fortune 500 companies laying off, closing. $20,000 in this economy is no money for a business. I'm sorry. I've seen videos of people talking. $20,000 is not no money, depending on what type of business that you are starting. But you got to look at the people that are already in business struggling. You got to look at that from that perspective. Your balls have said we have spent $66 billion on migrants and only $3 billion on actual citizens' families and needed assistance so far this year. It's ridiculous, bro. Yo, I said, bro, out here in Maryland where I live, almost every month, if you drive within 2 to 3 miles, I live in a county. I live in Montgomery County. It's one of the richest counties in Maryland. Bro, I see families' belongings on the street. It's people still getting evicted. I listen every so often on a conference call for the county for rental assistance. There's so many lawsuits. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just disgusting. It's disgusting. People have not fully recovered from COVID, especially people that were living check to check. People with families. That's who needed that $66 billion assistance. And I work in DC, bro. When those migrants were getting bussed here, they were putting them in 5-star hotels. 5-star hotel. They would shut the whole hotel down. Okay. I work for Cisco. I deliver the food to the hotels and airports and restaurants. Bro, they were getting like almost $5,000 orders of eggs, sandwiches, juice to the hotels. And they shut down all the floors. And you know what? The governor of DC were giving them a grant to hold these. They were giving them millions of dollars to hold these migrants. And they couldn't even pay the staff. They actually cut staff. I couldn't believe that shit, bro. I couldn't believe that shit. I'm like, yo, this ain't this. Salute to Lewis. He said, black folk for the red vote Trump 2024. Hey, he looks like he's going to save America, man. But let's get back into this black opportunity agenda for black men from Kamala Harris, right? Support education, training, mentorship programs that lead to good paying jobs for black men, including pathways to become teachers. I like that. I like that because we definitely need more black men in the educational system. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. And I like that. I just saw a stat that at least about 60% of graduates from HBCUs from 2022 to 2024 have an average of that have graduated on an average have grossed over $150,000. I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome. She also says protect cryptocurrency investments so black men who make them know their money is safe. I don't understand that. I mean, wouldn't that go into support educational training? Why does that have to be a separate entity of cryptocurrency? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, maybe financial literacy, maybe that's a better term. Launch a national health initiative focused on illness and disproportionately impact black men. Now, salute to Charlemagne the God. A lot of you, if y'all don't know, I'm gonna put y'all on something. Charlemagne the God has a mental health expo. He does every year in Times Square, New York. Salute to my brother Mills. My brother Mills is the one that actually put me on to this. And this is a free event. Free event. It's in Times Square. It's at I believe it's like at the Marriott. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. I mean, you'll be surprised who you would see there. It's from celebrities to, common working class people, everything. They come out support. They have mental health exercises, a lot of valuable information. I feel like why not get behind something like this that's already moving and put more resources behind it so it can be maybe a monthly thing or every 6 months thing, I feel like something like that is very, very good for people, with mental health issues, people with anxiety issues, people that are just going through stuff. And, especially us black men, we just so taught to be strong. We can't vocally express our emotions. We have to carry a lot of shit on our back, And I feel like stuff like that definitely needs to be advocated and promoted a lot more, Then she says, legalize recreational marijuana and create opportunities for black Americans to succeed in a new industry. Now, I thought this agenda was for black men. You're saying black Americans to succeed. What the hell does legalizing recreational marijuana? Excuse me, ma'am. Not everyone smokes marijuana. I don't smoke marijuana. Okay? I don't do drugs. So you pretty much saying that you're going to legalize it because a lot of black men smoke marijuana and they're getting locked up, or from what I've heard, you contribute to locking a lot of black men up for marijuana charges. I don't like this. This is bullshit. Like, why? They're already legalizing marijuana in a plethora of different states across the country. Like why? So you're legalizing it only for black men? This is crazy. I feel like this bullshit. This was put together last minute attempt to try to get the vote. And then you got a guy like Barack Obama, who I had respect for, go on a platform and call out black men and say that we should be ashamed of ourselves if we don't cast our vote for Kamala Harris. Lost a high level of respect for Barack Obama for that. High level disrespect for him. I just think it's ridiculous, man. I do. And I strongly suggest that, especially young black men, do not feel pressured into voting for someone because they are black or they're white or their party that they represent, or because your family may be against the other opponent, or you're afraid of, being looked at the wrong way. Don't do that. Vote for who you truly believe in. If it's Trump, vote for Trump. If you don't feel comfortable, expressing your vote, if it keeps, your stress level down, just keep it to yourself. But you should be able to vocally say who you want to vote for and who you don't want to vote for. And it's just sad, bro. Like I see black men getting into it with black women over this Kamala and Trump, presidency. It's just sad, bro. Like we can't just sit down and have simple dialogue about why we're voting for which person and which candidate. Like it's just crazy to me. And when I see that someone is immature and someone is radical, I don't even entertain. I don't. Because I could give zero what you think about me. I could care less. You know what I mean? I'm going to vote for who's going to benefit me and my family. I'm telling you right now, with a person like this, like Kamala, gets into office, I don't want to hear shit about the taxes, this economy, the gas, the food. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear anything. Because she's already done told you what she already said before she even ran for presidency. Her policies. Now they changed. Then they changed again. Now she's going by the law. Nah, man. Nah. I can't. I just can't get with it, man. I just cannot get with it. I can't. And like I said, if you're voting for Kamala, I'm not going to frown my nose up at you. I'm not going to look at you no type of way. If that's who you want to vote for, that's who you want to vote for. That's perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? I have no issue. I have an issue with people that are frowning their nose up because someone is voting for Donald Trump. That's what I have an issue with. The hypocrisy. But we going to see, man. We going to see. We only got a couple more weeks until it's time to vote. Make sure y'all go out there and do your part. Just do your part, man. All you got to do is go out there and vote. Now, if you don't vote, you ain't got no say so if the country goes a certain way, But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. I appreciate everybody that's in here. Hit the like for me. If you're watching this on the playback, please let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Give me some key points of why I should vote for Kamala Harris. Give me some key points and also send me some links of information of why I should vote. And the same for Donald Trump, because there's going to be a lot of people that's going to watch this live back. Put some links and copy and paste and put some information in the comments, because there's going to be a lot of still undecided people that don't know who the hell to vote for. So I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm fully, equipped with information to give them. I could just give them my experience and the information of how I can break down and, read as far as coming from Kamala and, the Trump administration. But the people that are undecided, that are not into politics, they're going to go for y'all. They're going to look for the information, to stir them in the right direction. So salute to everybody that came in, man. I appreciate all the love. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I'm going to definitely do some more blogs like this. All right. It's your boy Ace. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.